Hello and welcome. My name is Vex, and today I have something a little bit different. For those of you who might know or might not know, I have a online and convention booth art business, and I like to sell art that I make, things like that. I have a quick unboxing of my latest goodies that have arrived, and I got them all from pretty much my main manufacturer, Vograce. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just showcasing the things that I got and the things that I really like. And I tried a couple new products and a couple products with like different treatments than what I'm used to. So let's start with the ones that I got with new treatments. So I really like the idea of like instant photos. I have a lot of like Instax cameras and instant photo type software and things like that. So I decided to make some mini prints with that in mind. And it just so happens that Vograce has like a sort of like template that is sized for that type of print. And here it is. It's got a front and a back that are, you can make them whatever kind of art you want, but I specifically put a frame around the front to make it look like a Polaroid picture, sort of. And the back kind of looks like an Instax picture. It says, keep out of mouth at the top. And it's got like the business name on it, things like that. This one is treated with the, oh man, I should have looked this up beforehand. It's like a glittery, it's not glitter, but you can kind of see it on here. It looks a little noisy, but in the light it sparkles. And on the front of the card, I couldn't really see it like from far away, but as soon as I put a light up to it, it sparkled like, I don't know, like Edward's skin from Twilight when he takes his shirt off. This is the skin of a killer. Like that's what it reminded me of. It's pretty nice. And it's a little bit thicker than the other ones because both sides are treated with it, so it's a little bit sturdier. I like that. And as with most Vograce things, the more you get, the bigger discount you get. And I think I got 50 of each of these, and it ended up being like, I don't know, I want to say like 20 or 30% off. Like if you get that bulk amount, you get a bulk discount. Okay, next is the holographic treatment, which I was curious about because I have on the back of the cards, it's just solid black with a gray stripe. But the holographic actually looks like you can see it. It's kind of nice. It's I've got a light right there, so it's a little blown out, but. And then here's the front. We did a different art. We didn't do free run for this one. And it's kind of the same thing. It's the whole thing, so it's not just inside the frame, because you can make the front of it whatever art you want. And it's like kind of subtle. Like from a distance it looks a little glossy, and then when you get up close you realize that it's this hollow color. It's pretty nice. And then this is the last for the Photocards. This is the regular gloss treatment. And so the first round of Photocards that I had gotten, which I can't find. I gotta find them. I did matte. And I think I like the feeling of matte, but the gloss seems to make it look a little bit more like an actual instant photo. Sort of like a mock instant photo, right? I think this looks pretty good. And I think going forward, I want to get gloss on the front and then matte on the back. Unless I do something specific where I want to get like the sort of glittery look to something. Maybe something festive, or I don't know, some kind of landscape. I don't know. Lots to play around with. And it's just the sort of general shape, and they do like more square ones too. Instant photos come in this like sort of thin size, and they come in a little bit more of a stockier, where it's sort of like double the size, kind of. And this fits. I have my album right here. So this is like an instant photo album, and they fit right in, which is kind of nice. So if you're like somebody who likes collecting these types of things or creating these types of things, you already have some place to put it. That's pretty nice. Okay, next up, this one I was super on the fence about because I thought it was a really cool idea. And it's really nice that they offer this, but I didn't know how to implement it. I didn't know what to do. So I did a very small run of these, and I think I'm going to release the floodgates because I'm actually really happy with how these came out. So this is the first trading card that I've made using Vograce's trading card treatment. So I've taken a poster that I created and I've separated the layers. So where there's a base layer, there's a foil texture layer. The blood up here is like textured and sort of glossy so you can see it. And then the text that says the Ithaca Saga on it is actually embossed. There's no way you're gonna tell. It's raised. It's like a cold foil stamp. So the lines themselves and the main text is like this raised texture, and then at the bottom, I think going forward, I'm gonna raise the font because the small font you really have to have good eyes to be able to read. It's just a bit too small, but this was just a test, and you can have it so where it's also foil. But since these are black posters, the black goes over the foil layer and blots out the foil, which is fine by me. But if you're doing something and you want it to be a little bit more holographic, kind of like this one, on the playing card, they put the holographic treatment under some of the art. The way this is why I only did a test run. The way that the template they give you, the Photoshop template that they give you, is layered is a little bit confusing. But it gives you the most amount of freedom to show where you want the foil on the card to be, which I like. And I like that this doesn't have this sort of foil over the black because I think it would detract from the text, and I think it would detract from the sort of like the punch of the blood splatter coming in and like the overall effect of the card. And this is the best part. Let me get a sleeve. Fleer Ultra. Why do I have those sleeves in here? Okay. So this is a Magic the Gathering sleeve. This is a Dragon Shield Peach sleeve. It's Magic the Gathering size. Literally the same size. So this fits in a binder. It fits in sleeves so you can protect them. You can then put it in a top loader or whatever if you want to collect them or whatever. They also provide, I forget exactly what they call it, but it's Magic the Gathering size and then essentially Yu-Gi-Oh size, which is Japanese card size, which is like a little bit shorter and a lot thinner. I think that I would not do these or something that's like text heavy on a smaller card just because, you know, you don't know how big the font's going to be. But I'm super, super happy about these. And, like, they feel nice. It's like, you know, as a Magic player, I was, like, flicking them in my hand. And, like, I don't want to do it too much because I don't want to damage the card. But, like, they feel fun, you know? Okay, so that's those. That's the little stuff. Then I greatly increased my quantity of bookmarks. These are, I think it's 12 different designs of bookmarks. I reordered some of my original bookmarks and then made new ones. So they offer, I think it's like 6 different types of bookmarks. And this is only 2 types. I've opted for a little bit of a stockier, shorter, and thicker bookmark, as well as a thinner and taller bookmark. You can see it's quite a bit thinner and a little bit taller. They have one that's this thin and slightly longer that has like a removable bottom, sort of like a train ticket almost. And every bookmark you can do, you can get a hole drilled in it, and you can have a tassel on it too. And there's a bunch of different colors of tassels. So I got just an absolute ton of bookmarks. Same thing with everything else. Once you get, you know, I mean, the minimum order quantity for this stuff is like, you know, 3 or something. So there, I think that's Vograce's like biggest selling point, besides just like having cool stuff, is that you don't need to buy 1,000 of something. Like, I got 16 of these cards because I didn't know what they were going to look like. I could have gotten a little bit less or a little bit fewer, but I wanted a little bit more of a discount. So buying in bulk is beneficial, and you don't have to buy 4 figures worth of stuff. Like, you can just buy like 50 or whatever, and it's still reasonably priced. All right, I'm not going to go through these individually, but I'm going to show you the last part of this order. Speaking of buying things in bulk, I re-upped all of my prints and some new ones. This is quite heavy. These are A5 size prints. Eventually I want to get bigger, but, you know, one step at a time. They are... I have only ever gotten the matte treatment on prints because I absolutely love it. But they do offer the same sorts of like holographic treatment. There's like regular hollow foil. There's like star-shaped hollow foil. There's like shattered hollow foil, and then like matte and gloss. I've not yet tried anything other than matte, but I've got some designs that I'm working on that are like specifically to try out those treatments. So if that's something that you're interested in, keep an eye out for that. All of this stuff is going up on my Etsy. I'll have that link down in the description below, as well as links, individual links. Future me, please do this. Individual links to each style of product. So like the bookmarks, the photocards, the playing cards, the prints, directly to Vograce. It's not an affiliate link. This isn't a paid sponsor. I think that there shouldn't be any gatekeeping in Artist Alley type stuff, and you know, it's really hard to find this info. And like Vograce is like kind of known, but if you don't know, or if you're not in the know, then you don't know, right? So it's kind of hard. So maybe people have not heard of Vograce, but that's what I use primarily for everything that isn't stickers, because I have a different sticker manufacturer that I've been working with for a while. And maybe we'll do a video on them soon, whenever I get another big batch of stickers in. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. This is fantastic. Thank you again, Vograce. This is like... And they always they reach out for proofs in like a day or two, and you could just email them straight back from that email and be like, hey, this is wrong, or hey, I need this updated just a little bit, or can you clarify this? Like, I had a big chain back and forth with my rep about this trading card foil stuff because I was so confused with the template. And they're in China, so they're working on like a 12, 13 hour difference, but they were snappy with responses, and it was great. It was absolutely fantastic. Would order again, will order again. I've got a couple shows coming up in May, so I'm definitely gonna need to stock up for that stuff. So anyway, rambling. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.